just do it here real quick. And now I'm almost ready. I need to have my notes up. The 2-hour run, so I need notes. Right. I think now I'm ready, fully ready. So 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see if I can get closer to my PB on Act 1. So yeah, my PB is actually my current PB in this category, which is 1302, which is faster than my actual world record for Act 1, which is 1303. I think last time I had a 1309 or something like that, which is good, but it could be better. Yeah, I really don't want to be losing like 6 seconds on Act 1 if I can. Also good. The tricky part is the menuing at the computer that's coming up, actually. That's where I can lose a few seconds this scene. And I think last time I lost like 4 seconds on the first scene, which is a substantial amount of time. This is a very scripted run. There are relatively few places to gain or lose time. So yeah, I probably lost a couple seconds there. I picked the wrong option twice. Okay, there is a substantial amount of time that I can save on a couple of intermissions. So losing like a second and a half is not a tragedy. It's okay. The scene is kind of tricky to start running right when you spawn in because you don't see your mouse cursor until the scene starts, and you need to be clicking like somewhere in this region here to actually move. So it's kind of like I tried to set up the cursor on the previous scene to be in a reasonable place, but it's kind of some guesswork there. And the rest of the scene is heavily scripted, so essentially the only place where you can gain or lose time in the scene is with the initial spawn and how long it takes for you to start running. The rest is pretty. You're gonna like it's gonna be plus minus a second. But yeah, if I can keep inside like 2-3 seconds for Act 1, that's a pretty good Act 1 actually. Because my PB was extremely fast. Here it's also like it's pretty scripted and straightforward. There isn't much time to be gained. As soon as my cursor allows me, I'm gonna start clicking outside the house. Then I'm gonna click to actually go outside. I'm gonna click for him to keep running until I can pick the truck as the destination, and then he would just run to the truck. So here, and I pick the truck, and that's it. Then I need to actually click on the truck, Um, and then move the truck to the new location, which is pretty, like, there isn't much time you can gain or lose there. But there is always a little bit. Ooh, gold. And then scene 3 is just run right. So it's just a matter of making sure you can just start running as soon as the scene starts. And then you click the entrance, and that's the whole scene. Yeah, it's always inside like 0.1 second for scene 3. Then scene 4 is also pretty scripted. It's like skipping dialogue, moving right, skipping dialogue. And you're limited in how early you can move right, because you need to be behind Shannon. So there isn't much you can do in terms of gaining time here. It's probably going to be pretty close to the previous one in time. So yeah, you always need to be behind Shannon, so it doesn't matter how early you start clicking right, you're not going to move past her. Then here it's just coming up here, picking on the PA system, lots of dialogue, and that's the scene. Yeah, it was probably like the 0.5 second there is probably just me taking slightly longer to split actually, so not worried about that. And then here there's one place where I can gain a little bit of time, which is towards the end of this scene. I will reload the game because it's quicker than waiting for things to happen. So it's how fast I can menu, essentially. That was okay. But the end of Act 1 is already coming up pretty fast. There's a little bit of dialogue here, need to drive the truck somewhere else, then we run up to that house again, some more dialogue, that's the end of the act. It's a pretty short one. has been a pretty decent Act 1. More than decent, actually. Guess my menuing was actually pretty good. Saved like 4 seconds in that. This walk up the house is way longer than the previous one because our good friend here is injured now, so he's limping along. And he will actually stop halfway up. Shannon's gonna start helping him to walk, and after she starts helping him, you actually need to click to move again. It's not gonna save where you were moving to before this happens. So one of those things you just need to know, otherwise you're just waiting for them to move and they don't move and you lose like a couple seconds. Then I probably want to click here when he's like out this side of the house, about the right place, so that this animation happens and he ends up like right in front of the stairs. It's like extremely minor optimization, but it helps. Now we just talk to Shannon, and it's dialogue to the end of the act. But this is actually pretty close to the best I've done in this act. I think there's maybe 2 seconds I could save. So this might actually be under 13, which is really impressive. And encouraging, considering I want to go behind 2 hours and I'm only 7 seconds off. So up next we're going to go to the first intermission. So between each pair of acts there's an intermission, which is kind of like a different kind of mini game. The first one's called Limits and Demonstrations, and it's a group of 3 people visiting a museum exposition. And essentially we're going to go to that museum exposition, click on the exit. 12:58, that's pretty good. Click on the exit and then just say, yeah, I don't want to visit this, and that ends the intermission, and we go to Act 2. So it covers the condition of having to play the different things without actually playing them. Uh-oh, I messed up. Yeah, I lost like a second there because I picked the wrong option when trying to leave the exposition. So it just put me back in. That's okay. So this is Act 2. Act 2 is kind of annoying because there is a significant amount of having to pick the right dialogue options, which is always something that's not trivial in this game. You're just trying to skip dialogue as fast as possible. Picking specific options is not easy. So there are 4 different menu things where if I pick the wrong option, it's like a 30-second time loss. And that's essentially the end of the run. So I just need to be pretty careful here. Right, now we gotta wait for her to come back, which is a good time to have some water. Right, so it's the difficult part in this act is this elevator we're coming up here, because I need to pick the right floor every single time. And if I pick the wrong floor, I end up in the wrong floor, obviously, and I lose a lot of time. It's pretty good. So on the dialogue coming up here, I also need to pick the right option, which is the last option. That was okay. Now one more dialogue here, and we go back to the elevator. And when we're back to the elevator, same thing. I need to be very specific about the menuing to pick the right option. This time it's 4th floor. It's slightly slow, but not too bad. I'd rather be a bit slow and make sure I get the right option than be too fast and end up at the 5th floor, lose 30 seconds. So same thing again here, need to pick the last option. Again, I try to take it a bit slow on this act because I really don't want to mess up things. It's back to 1st floor. Slightly slow, but okay. Now there's some very specific movement I need to do here to go around this desk in the middle, because I need to talk to this woman from the right side. It's one of those things. So I need to actually do some jiggling here. That was a bit slow, but that's okay. Shannon was in the way. And now we can go back to the lobby. And this one's slightly trickier because there is one less button press compared to the other ones. So if you think it's the same as the previous ones, you mess up and you end up at the 5th floor. That was pretty clean. Other than the movement around the desk there, it was pretty clean. We finally go to the titular Kentucky Route 0. That's a pretty quick one. I lost some time somewhere there. Probably the walking around the desk, but overall, I'm happy with that. So we go back to where we were. I don't know how I saved like 1.7 seconds there. Sure. So this is one more instance of having to pick the right option. So I need to pick the second option on the third dialogue here, which is very specific, but that's how it is. So yeah, I'd rather slow down slightly there. Now we need to go around here-ish. That's scene. So this next scene is largely limited by how fast your dog can walk, which is very funny. So essentially just try to make the quickest possible route so that the dog doesn't walk any more than he needs to. So I need to go kind of this way. Yeah, things start rotating, that's fine, that's what I want. And now I just want to keep this route as short as possible so this dog doesn't go any further than he needs to. Because as you can see, dog lags behind. And I can only go up this elevator when the dog gets there. So, gotta wait. And upstairs, it's the same thing. I need to go talk to someone and then just wait until the dog gets to where we are. So there isn't much you can save here. And now it's just a matter of keeping the straightest line I can to the place where I need to go. I need to switch slightly this way, maybe a little bit more. This looks okay. And here, of course, I'm using the compass on the bottom left to orient myself and know exactly which direction I need to go. Pretty good. Pretty good, actually. Let's go, Ezra. Let's go.
Black smoke's arising and it's surely.
That's pretty much the end of Act 2. Then we have probably the most fun speedrunning interlude or intermission thing. Um, it's only like skipping dialogue and making sure you keep the dialogue you need to skip on screen so that it actually skips. You're gonna see. It's pretty fun. Right, we're holding like 3.5 to 4 seconds ahead of PB, which is pretty good. So now this one is kind of challenging to do fast, but it's fun. So this position here will probably do for the first two scenes of this play. Yeah, the trick here is that you will see that they will start talking, and to skip dialogue, the text boxes need to be on screen. Um, so you need to position your camera in very specific places so that all the text boxes from the relevant characters are actually on screen, and you can skip them. So for the first one, it's trivial because they are both pretty close together. So next scene here, Pearl walks in and she sits at this chair in front of the TV. So I need to keep it framed so that I can also see her text boxes together with the two text boxes that we already had. And then it gets even more fun because there's another table where there's going to be a few folks and they start talking as well. So you need to kind of like uh, go back and forth. This is taking a while. They soft lock this thing? Did I find a new soft lock? Oh no, there we go. There they go. That took forever. I don't know if it always takes that long. We'll see. If all of a sudden I lost 10 seconds on this split, then I know it wasn't normal, but we'll see. Right, so for the next one, we want to be here. I think. Oh, did I mess up? No. This is done. Yeah, I think the next one starts here. Then I need to start panning back and forth. That's where it gets pretty challenging. That was a bit. And then it gets even worse when Pearl is back. And she's right in the middle, and it's really hard to know how far you need to fan back and forth. It's a fun challenge, this one. This one I don't remember where it starts. I think it starts here. It wasn't particularly fast, but it wasn't terrible, I don't think. Oh, it was actually pretty bad. Oh no. I wonder if the game just took forever when it shouldn't that time. Yeah, this was... Oh my god. I don't know if I can recover this much time. That was like 25 seconds. Jesus. I don't know. I'm probably going to go through with the rest of the run because it's good practice anyway. But this is bad. It definitely wasn't anything I did. Like the few things I was a bit too slow on, it was maybe like a couple seconds. I think it was just like that big part where it wouldn't start. That was weird. I think I can crawl like 10 of those back in the next intermission. Um, I don't know if I can claw 21, well, 28 seconds back. I don't know. Act 5 is a fickle mistress. Maybe I can save a whole 30 seconds on Act 5. It's a weird one. Yeah, this is devastating. Okay, scene 2, there isn't much I can do to save time. Neither scene 3. Well, scene 3 you can probably save a little bit. Scene 4, there's some menuing. Then it's essentially scene 9 is the big one. There's a lot of menuing on that one. I can save a few seconds for sure. This song is so good. Right, claw back 1 second on that one. Alright, break time. Enjoy the music. I'm back. Okay, let's see if I saved any time on that. I did. Alright, there's some menuing coming up again. That was okay, I think. Loud noise warning coming up on the next scene. There's a lot of like old electronics broken down kind of loud noises coming up. Yeah, the next couple scenes, there isn't much I can do. Save time. Scene 7 is where I soft locked last time, so I actually need to be pretty careful on that one. If you advance dialogue too fast, it soft locks, so I need to be careful on that one. So yeah, here's where I need to be careful. Really don't want to soft lock again. This is the dialogue where I can soft lock. I was extremely conservative on that mashing. And hopefully we'll get a dialogue when they come out here. And then we're good. There we go. Okay. We're safe. Might have lost like a couple tenths there. Oh, actually gain time. But at least I know the run's alive. I can actually finish this. Right, and then there's scene 9, which is a lot of needing to pick specific options on dialogue menus. So I can save a lot of time, I can lose a lot of time. It's a tricky one. Right, here we go. Right. Good first one. I needed to pick the second one to skip a scene. Right, this is more like I will die once here, but that's fine. That's okay. That's a known death. And that should be enough to skip us to the next bit. Bit slow on that part, but I'd rather be a bit slow than get the wrong menu and have to repeat a thing. Right, so I need the second option on the second dialogue here. Otherwise, you're just waiting forever for someone to come back. Now it's the challenging part, where it's actually a mini game you're playing. It's a mini game that kind of like mimics the construction of Xanadu, this computer thing you're using right now. And it's pretty challenging to get the right options. And I'm not doing a great job. I think that's it. Slightly slow, but not too bad. Way better than last time, apparently. Oh, look at that. 30-second save. That's very satisfying when you get that section like pretty right. It's very satisfying. Lost a little bit of time there on the beginning to talk to Lula, but that's okay. Have a little bit of a cushion now. I think it might be worth trying to reload at some point in this section here, because it's a pretty long walk back to the truck. And I think maybe reloading the game might actually put you in front of the truck. But I'm not gonna do it like in the run where I'm trying to beat my PB. Rope, cathode ray, and then we go the other way. Scarecrow, and we're almost there. Okay. Coming up here. Okay, this is looking pretty good now. As long as I can type a phone number, which I couldn't on my previous run, I should be good. Right, last scene of Act 3. Act 3 is pretty challenging. Act 4 is almost equally long, but it's much less challenging than Act 3. And then Act 5 is a nightmare. Act 5 doesn't make any sense. Act 5 is you do the same thing twice and two different things happen and you just kind of need to improvise. It's slow there. That's fine. This looks like it's a pretty complex scene, but it's actually pretty straightforward. There isn't much deviation on things to do here. No, what are you doing? The hell was that? Lost like 5 seconds there. Come on, Conway, keep up. Time for the trademark Conway have a drink while sliding on the ground. There we go. Good stuff. Ah, that sucked. Very disappointing. I hope I'm still below PB actually. I don't even know if I'm going to be below PB here. Right, I should be able to save time on here and there along the echo. Because last time I got the phone number wrong twice. Ugh. Bad. Oof. Jesus. 10 seconds lost there. Alright, let's see if I can type 270-301-5797. I think I got it right first time. Incredible.
Hello. You have dialed into Here and There Along the Echo, a guide to the Echo River for drifters and pilgrims. This guide is a public service provided by the Bureau of Secret Tourism.
Right, as soon as the menu is done, I can hang up and get out of here. There we go. Yeah, I knew it was going to be a huge difference on Here and There on the Echo. 18 seconds. So if nothing weird happens, I should have a decent cushion going into Act 5, and then Act 5, who knows what happens. Alright, coming up at the end of scene 1 here. Act 4 is pretty interesting because every scene you have essentially 2 choices for what your scene is going to be. And of course, at this point, I've timed every scene and I picked the ones that are faster. But yeah, there's some fun on which ones to pick, and there's one scene that I'm still not 100% sure which version of that is faster. I'm pretty sure the one I choose is faster, but I'm not 100% sure. That's way in the future at this point. I don't know how I lost a second there, but sure. Kind of slow, but that's okay. I went through like one more dialogue loop than I actually needed to. So it might be like an extra second or two. A second. Yeah, that's what I expected. I think here I can actually save a little bit of time because I did one more action than I needed last time. Like, I ejected the tape after the second time, which is something you do not need to do. So I probably saved like a second there, just not ejecting the tape. Right, next couple scenes, there is literally nothing I can do to gain or lose time, as long as I keep skipping dialogue. It's actually a 5-second save there. That's pretty good. So this scene, literally nothing happens other than the most important thing happens, which is two dogs hang out. Next scene, Ezra teaches people how to play a card game, and it's just dialogue, so as long as I skip dialogue exactly the same way, I'm going to get exactly the same time. Forgot to split. That's fine, even with the forgetting to split, I'm still like pretty much at the same time. And then the last intermission after this act is it was like on my PB run that was kind of scuffed. I was kind of unsure of what to do at a few points, so maybe there's time to be saved there. Surprised it didn't gain more time back on the previous one. Because scene 4 I forgot to split for like half a second. And I didn't gain that time back on 5. It's kind of weird. Right, so the next one is one where I need to pick specifically the second option to skip a scene. It's all good. It's all good. 23 seconds going into Act 5 would be fantastic. This scene is where I have my second break of the run. There is a pretty long boat ride after a certain point here, and I can just get up, stretch my legs, get some water. That was a bad idea. probably lost like a fraction of a second blinking my lights there. Bit slow on the reaction there. Right. Second break, be right back. Right, I'm back. There's still some boat riding to be done. These ones here where I just don't click on them, it's actually faster to not read them. The time you spend stopped is shorter if you don't read them. Ring ring. Time to save a dog. Game? That took a while. Now we're gonna be on this boat for a little while. I wonder if this is another place where just reloading the game would put me at the end of the thing. This one would definitely be a time save if you did that. So yeah, more testing stuff to do. I don't know if I'm gonna do it anytime soon, but yeah. It should be like less than a minute now. Should be coming up on Sam and Ida's, which is the location for the next one. Anytime now. There it is. Right. Now this one is extremely weird. There is a lot of weirdness in this scene. Lots of things I'm not allowed to click, otherwise the game soft locks, stuff like that. Nope, go up. I don't know why she stops here sometimes. Go up, please. Oh god, that's another time loss. This scene is broken. It's extremely broken. So if I click on this down arrow that stays here at all times, if I click at it at any time, game breaks. Oh, did I click on that? I hope I didn't. Fuck. Okay. Another time loss. Not going well, this scene. I hate the scene. The scene is a problem for me. At least the down arrow seems to be gone, so I can just advance dialogue normally. Without being afraid of clicking the down arrow by mistake. The scene also has the slowest man ever to be born walking up these stairs, which is about to happen. At least you got a fish this time. So the thing he catches changes from run to run. Sometimes it's a small fish, sometimes it's a big fish, sometimes it's like a blue eel kind of thing, sometimes it's a brown kind of eel. One of the weird things about this game. He's so slow. Sam, I have places to be, my friend. Can you speed it up a little bit? Come on, man. Jesus Christ, it's so slow. Come on, Shannon, get up. Time. Come on, Shannon. Shannon? Okay.
This
I want to try a thing here.
I'm just passing through.
Yeah, I think it's the same speed, no matter what. He's also pretty slow going down.
Many friends and kin have gone on before, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore.
Or boat. Right, next scene, I also need to pick the second option because I think it's faster. That's the one I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure second option is faster. I have no idea how much time I lost in that scene. Zero idea. It could be 2 seconds, it could be 10 seconds. Hopefully not more than 10 seconds. Yeah, I don't think it's more than 10 seconds. Oh, I picked the wrong one. Oh, it was 7 seconds and now I'm gonna lose more time here. Well, it's gonna go down to Act 5. Probably like a 10-second loss if I had to guess, by picking the first one instead of the second one. Well, I guess we'll see. And if it is a 10-second loss, then we're going into Act 5 with the exact like 7-ish seconds that I would like to save to be below 2 hours. So it's gonna go down to, can I keep pace with my PB on Act 5? Actually, there's still un Pueblo de Nada before that, and I think I can save time on that, but I think I could lose time on that as well. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there is anything I can do to speed this scene up. It's just, it takes how long it takes. And from like the other option, you would be with the opposite point of view, so with the point of view of the people watching this, and the performance takes the same amount of time, but because you don't have dialogue before and after the performance, the dialogue happens during the performance, you save maybe 10 seconds. Or at least I hope it's only a 10-second difference. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not particularly optimistic about this one, but I don't know. If I can do decently on the next intermission, I think I can come into the final act with a little bit of a cushion. We'll see. Come on, where's this thing? Shouldn't take this long to get there. There it is. Oof, that's a bad time loss. It's way more than 10 seconds, actually. More like 15. Well, we'll see. Yeah, there's definitely like... whatever time I get today, there's still like a minute I could shave out of this. I don't know if I will, but there's definitely a minute that could be saved. Between the different places where I messed up, different places where the game went weird and stopped for a second. Yeah, I think there's about a minute. Right, let's see what I can do on Pueblo de Nada. I think I can save at least like 10-ish seconds. I didn't do it particularly well last time. And if I can save 10-ish seconds, that would be fantastic. Right, let's go. Ooh, cool slide.
El pueblo de Nada llegó a caballo en octubre y su primer experimento fue liberar a los caballos. Llegaron de Florida. Antes de eso,
Oh, this is actually way faster than the other way. Cool, good to know. Right, here's the door. She's gonna come in, and I need to talk to her after that. This way is probably faster. I think this was pretty good. That was pretty good. Right, I need my notes for Act 5 before. Alright, now if Act 5 doesn't screw me over, I think I got this. Act 5 can screw me over. It has done that in the past. Time to be a cat. Yeah, this act is weird, and like you need to do certain things for other things to unlock and other interactions to exist, and it's just such a intricate web of different things that need to happen um, for the story to advance that it's very difficult to do reliably. So far, so good. So far, so good. So these first two sections that I'm going through now, I can do pretty reliably and advance them pretty reliably. It's the third one that is a nightmare. So these two are pretty reliable. After this conversation, we skip to the next section. And now it's a nightmare. Now it's like, I will do the things I normally do and hope that the story advances as it should. Here, I want to do this. Then I want to go up here. Let's keep this dialogue here. And then I want to go all the way up here, so I don't trigger that eye that you just saw there. That's good. I'm actually going to go down this way. That was a bad idea, but sure. Oh, you're here already, but you're not talking. Okay, so I need to come here. But this is a little bit of a time loss already. That's fine. Alright, now I can probably look at this man digging here. Ezra's there, that's good. Right, now I can probably come this way. Oh. Where's my mouse? What's going on? My mouse disappeared. And I have no idea why. This is not cool. We can probably go up here. And it's gonna be singing. I am panicking because my mouse disappeared. I cannot see my cursor. And it's very hard to control this cat without knowing where I'm going. Ezra, talk to him, please? No? Okay. Let's try that again, Ezra. Talk to the man, please. There we go. I think that's all I need to actually do. Come on, get this thing up here already. Alright, he is pretty deep in that hole. Let me hear him sing again. This is terrifying. Where's Ezra? Ezra, please. No. God, this sucks. I'm gonna lose this thing because my mouse is disappeared and things are not triggering as they should. Let me do this thing to see if anything changes. Ezra, are you here now? Please? Yes. Talk to the man. Is he up there? Yes, he is. Oof. I don't know if this is gonna be faster. There's still a fair amount of stuff to do. And I cannot see the cursor. And this is terrifying. Let me control my cat, please. There we go. I think it might be pretty close, actually. Right, I am at the right place. Now, Ron needs to get here. Oh, I hate this. This is so stressful. I don't know why my game broke completely and I cannot see the cursor, my mouse. No, cat, stay there, stay there. Jesus Christ. I'm losing so much time. Please stop talking, please. Oh, 16 seconds. It's actually going to be pretty close because I don't know where I can't see where I'm going. This game's completely broken. There's a music that shouldn't be playing. Very cool. That was a bad Act 5. Good thing I did much better on the intermissions, because otherwise this would have been a disaster. It's not over, but it's pretty close to over.
I'm going that way. Yes, dear, the Savior I adore is with me each day. I'm clinging to him and never to stray. Just singing praises all day long. I'm going that way. Well, glorious news I tell and sing as onward I go. For those who are still astray in sin, my Savior may know. I want them to sing that praise above some beautiful day. For glory to him who died for me, I'm going that way. I know I shall meet him at the gate when trials are past. I know I shall meet him face to face in glory at last. Oh, I believe that when we meet, well done, he'll say, while trusting that soul redeeming love, I'm going that way. I'm going that way. I'm going that way. Yes, dear, the Savior I adore is with me each day. I'm clinging to him and never to stray. Just singing praises all day long. I'm going that way.
Let's go, final sprint. Gonna cut it through here. This yonder and here. And I still don't see the cursor for my mouse, but I think I found the right place and this should be enough. That was unnecessarily stressful and scary towards the end, but I think I got it. I did it! Almost 10 seconds to spare, but I did it. Whew! Ah, that was so scary. When I couldn't see where I was going on what's arguably the hardest part of the run, which is the very last scene that matters, where like you're never sure what exactly needs to be done next, and you're like scrambling around and improvising. That was terrifying. But I got it. I did the thing. It's under 2 hours. Save splits. I'm done. I can't do anything else today. It's this was my all the spoons I had today. That's it. I'm gonna submit this thing to SRC, and it will stand as the official record for 5 acts plus intermissions, because it's the only run that exists. Right. I don't want to be in front of my computer anymore. Bye bye.